Good morning, everyone. My name's Rochelle, and right now I'm just about to go for a walk. And I just wanted to start recording my before and after. So, my mood, my energy levels, how awake my brain is. And I'm trying to start to go for a walk within the first half an hour of being awake. And so I just want to start to honor the circadian rhythms and switch off that melatonin and switch off the healthy sort of balanced version and percentage of cortisol. So rather than spiking ourselves too much and kicking into fight or flight. Another thing I was doing this morning, just as I was cleaning my teeth, I was just sort of obviously cleaning my teeth with one hand, which is now holding my phone at the second, but just like rubbing my lymphatic system and just getting in around the lymph nodes and like even the vagus nerve and just sort of waking up around that area. So, and that was all while I was still kind of sleepy and so I feel like that's a thing too for people, ADHD, anxiety prone and hormonal. Like I literally am 2 days into my cycle today, but I'm also 45 and I'm noticing changes and I'm just noticing a little bit of extra irritability, those kind of things, and I know they're not my nature, but I know how I'm feeling. And so I'm just like wanting to honor, those parts of my body, do a bit of research, even with vitamins and minerals as well. I just got some magnesium yesterday as well, and I've had a good sleep, and that was another thing too. I wasn't sleeping properly, so I'm just wanting to honor those parts. It was just two. Just honor those parts as well. But I just want to start doing a little recording and playing with this for just the writing written on the wall of the before and after. I'll just share a quick little story that one time when I was younger, I was probably in my late 20s and nearly 30. And I was in my head in the morning and I was sort of, I didn't even want to be with myself, at that particular point. And I was really reeling around and then I went for a walk afterwards, like in the late morning, I went for a walk. And later on at nighttime, I wrote in my journal and I was a different person. So I just want to share that as well, because it's really vital to remember. If you're a person that's struggling with depression, anxiety, it was just 333, whatever you are living with at the moment, it's not your thing, it's just something that you're living with at the moment. It's a symptom. And so this is what I want to share as well. These symptoms can become more pronounced and more known when we are like before we get back into our bodies. So that's the key. And the same thing, if you like, I didn't mention trauma because literally everybody has trauma, but it's just how that trauma makes itself known. So it might be anxiety, it might be depression, there's all different labels and things now as well that we all have an understanding of. So bipolar, borderline personality disorder, all of those things, and I really want to start normalizing those things. It's just 444, because I have known firsthand, when these symptoms can get out of touch and when we are out of touch with ourselves, how much that can make a difference on our mental health, and those symptoms can really start acting up. And yeah, you know, me in my late 20s and mid 20s and things like that, I didn't know. I didn't know. And then there was even a time throughout COVID when, you know, there was a best girlfriend of mine that, you know, we parted ways. We both had big things that were going on in our life. I'd just gone through a breakup after 5 years. And I'm just looking at one of our bunnies go spacker in the backyard. Yeah, and then she just lost, you know, they'd been separated for years, but lost her baby daddy, as you would say. But I mean, her son was 18, but we were both going through something fairly large, and we went on a cruise together and we clashed. You know, I just finished my health coaching certification, and it was her birthday on the cruise. And mind you, we did have a full drinking day on her birthday, and I did smoke cigarettes with her on her birthday. But I just finished a health coaching certification, and we just signed up and got on this cruise. But I wanted a new life, and I wanted to start to, you know, just start to feel into that new version of me, and yeah, not just lean into old ways and party habits and things like that. So I was sort of knocking back, you know, when she'd sort of say, do you want a cigarette? I was like, no, I'm okay, you know. And it wasn't personal. Like, I was literally trying to fit into a new identity and to embody a new identity. And she was really upset. She was really upset that I didn't bond with her in that way. And so like I said, you know, I still did on a birthday, and still bought us these $20 cocktails each for the day and night. We were really smashed. So yeah, we did it properly on a birthday. But yeah, I just wanted to start to have another way of celebrating or relaxing. And so yeah, so anyways, we ended up parting ways. And but there was still things that I was doing that was projecting. I was feeling needy. I was thinking it was still about me, you know, in the sense of yeah, you know, still, you know. And it was an insecurity thing. And, you know, and then later on I learned as well about hypervigilance, and I learned as well about parent wounds, you know, mother wounds, father wounds. And so, you know, like, this is something that I want to share as well. When we're talking these labels, they're not ours. They are symptoms of something that is further down the line, and something that needs our attention to heal. And it's to heal. It's not to identify with. It's not who you are. It's a part of your story. Yes, granted. You know, so I'm not denying the whirlwind and the tornado that we can create and or feel inside. Though it is still temporary, and we really can move past it. So gut health, movement, and those sort of things, and just doing things that honor ourselves, having our back, you know, a bit of love, support. I'm going to do a separate video. I don't want to get off course for now, but I've already branched off, so get used to it. It's going to happen. ADHD brain and passionate gal. It's going to happen. So, but it's all fitting, and it all unfolds into each other. So it all matters and it all counts. And I just go with the flow too. If there's a message in here of something that pops up and something that I feel that's relevant, I'm going to share it, because if it's something that that one person that came across my things needed, and that it helps, then my work here for the day is done. So yeah, and it's a gift to the world. So, but yeah, I really just want to start sharing different ways that we can harmonize our nervous systems And yeah, just start, you know, building ourselves from the inside out. And I want to share the before and after I exercise. Today isn't too bad because I did go to bed with intention, and like I said, I sort of had some vitamins yesterday, and they actually came my way out of the blue. I got to my dad's, he's like, do you want these? These got given to me. And there were all these full bottles of things and quality vitamins, and even some with menopause and things like that. So I was like, thank you, because I was already starting to think it was something I needed. I didn't want to go and get any depressants and things like that. With love to everybody who is having a chapter, or, you know, spent chapters with them. But I really want to go like more the alternative, natural route. It's funny that we call natural alternative. But I do. And not only that, I want to share the how and the highs, the lows, you know, and yeah, I am curious. I am curious about different medications for ADHD and different things for, you know, the mind. But I did try antidepressants once for about 3 days. And yeah, I just felt, I don't know whether it was the brand, and they say that you're supposed to get used to them and things like that. But personally, I was just like, this just feels like this is not the answer for me. And so that was my sort of experience with that. But again, you know, not denying what's working for anybody out there, but just to show and to know that there are other ways. And even if you're on those things, like there's no magic pill, there's no magic vitamin, there's no magic feel-good pill that is going to help you beyond what is natural for the body and the brain and the gut. So movement, water, you know, good food, you know, in the mix. You know, you can still, I believe in the yin and the yang. I still believe your taste buds are there to be used. In saying that, you can create some really, really yummy flavors and tasty things that are good for you as well. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Yeah, so anyways, I'm just sharing this for now, and more to be shared. And Happy New Year. And you'll be seeing more of me now. I've been away on holidays, and it was really crappy service. And then in between, because we were sort of hopping to sort of 4 different destinations, and it was a little bit taxing. So in between, I was really sincerely just protecting my peace and recharging and honoring myself and my nervous system, because I know, you know, what, you know, and I could already feel I'd had a couple of, you know, arguments with my mum, you know, because I was in survival mode, even though I'd done a video on it, and I knew the potential of that could happen. When you come into a place and you're on the back foot with people like that gaslight you and things like that, it's hard to keep yourself collected when you're depleted. So I was just filling my cup, you know, wherever I could. So I didn't really share anything in between. But yeah, definitely more to be shared throughout the year. So Happy New Year and happy healing.